Just this man first, and then I'll come to you that.
So my question is on caseworker productivity. So the video showed a caseworker in a car, walking into a house, walking out of the house at a restaurant, but clearly not sitting behind a desk. Whereas I've read other studies from other states, specifically about caseworkers, where in those studies that I've read, 80%, up to 80% of the caseworkers' time was spent in an office, not because they weren't doing their jobs, but more so they are inundated with a lack of technology to where they can fill out the forms appropriately, get that form filled out, get it scanned or lack thereof, because then they have to drop it over to the main office and get it filed and processed and so on and so forth.
Absolutely.
So how much of that is, let's just call it technology disabled?
Technology disabled, that's a great term. Yes, I will try to summarize his question. I will not try to repeat it, but he's asking how much time is staff actually with clients and in the office doing the paperwork, into trying to get reports and things done. We spend a lot of time in the office. We spend more time with families. We have five antiquated child welfare systems that do not talk to each other. So one of our requests of the legislature this year was $2 million to get us started into a technology, it's called the C, this is Child Welfare Implement System, something. This is the federal standard that we're supposed to have. We got that $2 million, and it literally starts the work of trying to figure out how to get our data out of all of these systems that don't talk to each other so they can be woven into one that will, so that we cut the paperwork technology behind the computer work down. And we're also using, when you're talking about the efficiency, I also ask about the efficiency of staff. We're looking at, could we have a trainee level person that was partnered with, not 1-to-1 because we don't have that kind of money, but maybe 1 to 5 workers where they could do some of the data entry and leave the worker in the field and the courtroom, because you saw the court scene. We're in court a lot, and you have to sit and wait for your case to be called, and they're not done on time. So you might get there at 8 o'clock and your case may be called at 3. So you spent all day sitting in the courtroom waiting for your time. So we're looking at everything possible. We've asked judges that would give us, we know they can't give us a timed docket, but if they could just give us a morning or an afternoon, that would be very productive, to just split it into one, I'm going to be in the morning docket or the afternoon docket. So we're looking at every single thing we can think of that will help build the efficiency with the workforce we've got, because we know we're not going to get 600 more people. We're not expecting that. And one of the things we're doing to try to bring the community into the work is with Louisiana Fosters that many of you covered just, gosh, it feels like a year ago, but it was just about a month and a half maybe, when the First Lady launched the Louisiana Foster Initiative, which is blending our quality parenting, how we recruit, retain, and treat and partner with foster parents, how we marry the community, faith-based community like nonprofits, to help support foster parents, so that the work of supporting foster parents goes out so that we're all the village, we're all raising these kids, and lets the workers spend more time with the child doing the social work that they're supposed to do. And then